Planet Drugstore and Hospital ng Makati PPP project. Through the public-private partnership between Hospital ng Makati and Planet Drugstore Corporation, medicines are no longer a problem for the people of Makati. In fact, it has been able to address the problems the city used to face before the implementation of the project.
The major problem we face would be the unavailability of medicines. So that will affect the care we provide our patients. And if these are not available, it also affects the patient because they are forced to buy. The second would be the manual stock inventory management that we were faced with so many drugs that we had to contend with in the stock. These were being done manually at the time.
And of course, such difficulties affected the people of Makati a lot. Yes, they were able to avail of free medical examinations and other services, but when it comes to medicines, they would usually worry and wait.
In the hospital of Makati, patients are, if you are entitled to the benefits under the Makati Health Plus program, patients are given or afforded medicines for free as long as these are available. Otherwise, if these are not available in our stocks, then they will have to buy the medicines. Now, more often than not, unfortunately, our medicines are not available because they go through a quarterly bidding process. And because of the tedious procurement process that we have to go through, there are some delays in the delivery of medicines. So we do not have all the medicines all the time at any given time.
But of course, they could not just settle for that, having realized the reality. Truly, something had to be done about it. After all, those needy lives could not wait.
We went for PPP, or private-public partnership, because we are patient advocates. Okay. If let's say a medical director or hospital administrator is more concerned about patient safety, more concerned about the quality of patient care delivered, then if his hospital is faced with a lot of limitations, especially let's say in a public hospital, then PPP is the best way to go.
After the decision has been made, a series of tedious processes followed. That was to make sure that only the best partner from the private sector could be gotten.
Well, we had to talk to all stakeholders. We had to benchmark, and then we'll have to come up with an honest-to-goodness drug list or hospital formulary so that we avoid irrational use of medicines. Then we have to develop a workflow covering accounting and procedural policies, and then we had to coordinate with our city government.
And since the program began in 2009, apparent improvement could already be seen in the healthcare services in the city. Thanks to Planet Drugstore, which has always been a good partner.
When the outsourcing started, there are a lot of things that should be prepared. And although that it is something new to the hospital pharmacy operations, it is worth to try since changes may lead to systems improvement. And with outsourcing of the pharmacy, we were able to integrate clinical pharmacy in Hospital ng Makati. So when this project was implemented, operational deficiencies were resolved, information and technology systems were improved, additional resources and expertise were provided, medication safety measures were enhanced, medication monitoring strategies were improved, there is a shared risk associated with pharmacy operations, and there is strengthened compliance to accreditations and licensing.
And of course, our operations are more efficient. We don't no longer have medicines that expire on us. We are able to ascertain utilization of a particular drug. We are able to make sure that the right medicines are given to the right patients at the right time and at the right dose and in the right manner.
Now, apart from being able to provide all the medicines needed by the people, Planet Drugstore also makes sure that these medicines are properly managed and therefore ensuring that everyone gets the right medicine in the right amount and at the right time.
Planet Drugstore's role as the outsourced pharmacy of Hospital ng Makati is to serve all of its medication needs, from IV fluids to injectable medicines to oral medicines, nebules. As long as the drug is listed in the formulary of the hospital, we need to serve it to all of his patients once admitted here in the hospital. Currently, we have 28 staffs employed in this branch, and we have 3 functional departments. The first team is the dispensing team, in which the pharmacists are directly involved. They're the frontliners, which are working closely together with the in-house pharmacy services department. This team is the one that prepares, dispenses, and charges medication requested by all the nurses for their patients. The second team is the warehouse team, in which they are the ones who are responsible for the purchasing of stocks, maintaining of the inventory level of all the stocks, and they have to make sure that all of the medicines, drugs and medicines are readily available all the time. And the third group is the billing team, in which they are the ones responsible for consolidating and checking all of the charges on a monthly basis, in which they submit it to the local city government of Mahali. Drugs and medicines are the backbone of any hospital, and without it, how can it serve its purpose of giving quality services to all of his patients? And I think Planet Drugstore has really immensely served its purpose every day.
Yet, Planet's excellence in doing these is no longer a surprise. In truth, Planet Drugstore has been doing well since before. It has always been dedicated to distribute only quality products and even render the best kind of management services, one of its edges over the others.
Before, they were complaining there were no medicines in the hospital. So when we came in, we were able to solve those problems. We were able to provide them medicines 24/7. We guarantee our clients that we won't run out of stocks. If we need to get our stocks from other sources, we would do that. We have this system like you just pay for what you consume. So the clients are assured that there won't be any expiration and pilferage, which is, I think, a problem of most hospitals, whether private or government hospitals.
Started in 2003, Planet Drugstore has always been committed to cater to the needs of people by providing quality and affordable pharmaceutical products that are also made accessible to them.
When we started with Hospital ng Makati, it was quite difficult because this is the first time that Planet Drugstore will be operating inside a government hospital. So we need to hire additional manpower because it's a 24/7 operation. We need to adjust our system based on the requirements of the hospital. And also we need to deal with new suppliers because these are hospital medicines. So all of those, we were able to overcome it and conquer it.
So when it entered the PPP project with Hospital ng Makati in 2009, it was already more than prepared to make a difference, and it never fails to do so. In fact, its dedication to deliver quality products and services never fades. Instead, it gets better each time. And with its truly effective partnership with Hospital ng Makati, needs are not just provided for people, it also makes them more satisfied than ever. This just manifests that this approach works. It does not only save more lives, it gives more people hope.
In March 3, 2009, the partnership of OSMAK and Planet Drugstore was formalized. Since then, Planet Drugstore has been in charge of OSMAK's pharmacy services, including procurement, inventory, dispensing, and majority of the hospital pharmacy practice. We are proud to say that since the OSMAK and Planet Drugstore's partnership was forged, OSMAK's patient care has been revolutionized. Operational deficiencies were resolved, medication safety measures were enhanced, medication monitoring strategies were improved, and most of all, we have an assurance of a continuous supply of medicine.
success of this program has proven to be noteworthy. We have decreased the complaints being received by the city government as to the availability of medicines in our hospital. In fact, we are looking into the possibility of expanding this program to tap this particular program down to the barangay level. I would highly recommend this particular scheme. Again, it has been a success story for the city of Makati, and we look forward that our communities will directly benefit from the success done by the city government and our private partner.
This is another breakthrough in the public-private partnership in the health sector. With the success it is having now, it just goes to show that it is a very promising way to help people get what they need in terms of healthcare services. Planet Drugstore, Pharmacy Solutions and Management Services Company.